If you are wondering whether Calgary real estate market is crashing, booming, or finally coming down, this video is for you. After years of intense competition, 2025 marked a major shift in Calgary housing market. And what happened last year is going to matter a lot if you are buying or selling in 2026. Hi, my name is Randa and I am your real estate educator here in Calgary. And today I am breaking down exactly what changed in 2025 housing market using the latest Calgary Real Estate Board data and what it actually means for buyers and sellers in 2026. Let's start with the big pictures. After several years of strong price growth, Calgary housing market shifted into more balanced conditions in 2025. This didn't happen because demand disappeared. It happened because supply finally started to catch up. In 2025, Calgary saw over 40,000 new listings, which is about 9% more than last year. At the same time, sales slowed slightly, landing at just under 22,800 total sale, which is down about 16% year over year, but still very close to long-term norms. What this means, what this is telling us is simple. The market didn't crash. It normalized. Now let's talk about prices, because this is where a lot of confusion comes in. Across all property types, the average benchmark price in Calgary was about $577,000 in 2025, which is only about 2% lower than last year. But here's the key: price trends were very different depending on what type of home. Detached homes remained relatively strong. Sales were down slightly, but prices actually increased about 1%, with an average benchmark price around $753,000. Area with low inventory, especially closer to the city center, continue to support price growth. Semi-detached home performed even better. Even though this is a smaller segment of the market, prices rose by nearly 3%, especially in the city center, where demand stayed strong. Row homes saw more adjustment. With more supply coming into the market, prices declined by about 2% overall, and in some areas, like the Northeast and the North Districts, prices dropped closer to 4%. Apartments experienced the biggest shift. Prices declined by nearly 3% citywide, and in the Northeast, closer to 5%. This was largely due to increased supply, including competition from new purpose-built rental buildings. Location matters more than ever. One of the biggest takeaways from this report is that Calgary is no longer one single market. Some districts still lean towards sellers' market conditions, while others clearly favored buyers. The Northeast, for example, saw the largest price declines. But also important to remember that this area had some of the stronger price growth in the previous years. What this means for buyers in 2026. If you're buying in 2026, this is good news. You're seeing more choice, less urgency, more room for negotiation, especially in condos and townhomes. This is the market where strategy matters more than speed. What this means for sellers in 2026. If you are selling, pricing and preparation are critical. The days of listing high and waiting for multiple offers are mostly behind us. Homes that are priced correctly and show well are still selling, but the margin for error is smaller. Looking into 2026. For the first time in 3 years, Calgary is entering a new year with healthier inventory levels and more clarity for both buyers and sellers. Calgary Real Estate Board will release its full 2026 forecast later this month. But what we already know is this: we are in more balanced, more predictable market. If you are thinking about buying, selling, or relocating to Calgary in 2026, I would love to help you understand what this market means for your situation. I speak with buyers and sellers every week, and no two plans are the same. You can reach me using the contact details in the description below, and if you're just starting to explore your options. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more Calgary market updates, neighborhood guides, and relocation tips.